you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I've got a Karcher OC3 pressure washer, which is adequate, but ideally I'd like something that has a bigger capacity for water and allows me to use something like a snow foam lance. Initially I found the Ryobi 1, which looked like a decent contender, but it didn't come with any of the accessories that I wanted. After finding that, I also found the Worx Hydroshot, which comes with a pile of accessories with it, and that's the product that I decided to buy. And this is my first test of that unit. So I'm going to give some thoughts and impressions, and hopefully you might find it useful. The first thing you'll need to do is prime it, and I can't stress this enough. This caught me out when I first bought the Worx. You need to turn it upside down, run it under a tap for a second so there's some water in the union there, and just run the washer until you get water coming through it, and then it will be primed for use. If you don't do that, you'll just have air in the system and it won't do anything. It won't suck up any water. Luckily I found a comment on a YouTube video where someone said this is what you needed to do. The instructions don't mention it. I couldn't find it anywhere else, but this will save you bacon. I bought some Auto Glim Polar Blast for use with the Worx, and I wanted to test it out and see how well that worked. I think it's watered down a bit too much, so I'm not sure if there's much I can do about getting a thicker foam. I saw some other videos on YouTube about changing the diameter of a attachment on a certain pressure washer they were using. I don't think there's any interchangeable parts in the Worx. The only thing I can think to do is use a more concentrated foam rather than diluting. I think it's 100 mils with 500 mils of water. I might just use concentrated Polar Blast in the foam bowl. I tried all the different lance settings. I've put them on the screen to show you. The power isn't that high, so I don't think there's any worry about bearings getting damaged. It's a good pressure, I think, for washing your car or your bike. It seems to blast stuff off, but not with an intense pressure. The noise as well, it's not very loud. You can kind of, hopefully you can tell from the video, it's not too annoying when it's running, so I don't think you're going to cause any hassle using it. I've also tested out the 2-litre bottle attachment that comes with it, and it will run through a 2-litre bottle of water incredibly quickly, which is why I bought a larger 24-litre unit from eBay. And in washing my bike this time, I had 20 litres of water in the container, and when I finished there was 12.5 litres left, so I think it used about 7.5 litres to clean it, which I don't think is too bad, including foaming the bike and washing it down again. In this clean I didn't bother to do my rims, I just wanted to quickly demonstrate the Worx itself. And I'm having a very lazy weekend after having flu and feeling crap for the last week or two. It is fiddly to get this thing going though, so initially I had issues trying to get water to cycle through it, and that's how I found out about the priming that I mentioned at the start. Equally, today when I started trying to use this damn thing, I started using the foam bottle and it was working, and then it stopped working and I saw that the attachment for the hose had come loose on the unit, so I had to retighten that and fart about. Once you get it sorted though, it does work quite well, but you need to know the foibles of the machine. You definitely need to make sure you prime it and keep an eye on the unions and where all the hoses are attached, because if that's not a solid connection, it's not going to suck up the water effectively. So all in all, I think I paid £160 for this from eBay. I think it's about 185 from the Worx website. And I definitely think it's a step up from the Karcher. You've got the benefit of the different attachments that you can use. I like having the foam bottle. It's nice to be able to choose different spray patterns, different fan patterns. The battery seems like it's going to last quite a long time. The kit I got came with 2 batteries. I've probably used it in total for about 15 or 20 minutes, and the battery level is still full on the first battery that I've got. So I think I should get a fairly decent battery life out of it. I just used some Muc Off Speed Polish to finish it off. I really like this Muc Off Speed Polish. It shines your bike up really nicely and quickly. You just spray it on, leave it for a minute or two to haze, and then wipe it off with a clean cloth. And I think it makes the bike look really good. I'm going to experiment with a few different cleaning products. I've got some Muc Off bike cleaner as well. I might run that through the foam lance and see if that's any better than the Polar Blast. In summary, I think it's a good unit. I'm going to keep using it and see how I get on. It's been frustrating ironing out the issues with it, but I think I finally got to the bottom of it and I know how it works now. If you've got any questions or issues with your Hydroshot, you can always fire me a comment and I'll see if I can help. I hope that was useful, and I'll catch you next time.